Being a 22-year-old virgin sucks. It really, really sucks. Especially since your two best friends, who at the same time, like end of high school, in high school, were also virgins with you, and you can kind of talk and bond over that, and just not like talk shit about women, but like talk about having like our problems with women and how all girls are stuck up, all that black pill shit. It's really disheartening when they've gotten laid and are either in relationships or even engaged, and you're just the last one out. You're just left out. For the record, I also want to state these are my two best friends. This has not changed my opinion of them whatsoever. It's just to highlight that, I don't know, like, I'm a failed normie, I guess, while they skyrocketed. I don't know, I plateaued. It's funny because in school, when I was younger, maybe around 14, 15, I was relatively attractive and I was decently tall for my age. So, and I know this sounds stupid, but I was like one of the only kids with facial hair. I've had facial hair since I was like 9 years old. And that gave me like a big boost in terms of like girls finding me attractive. I've dated a few girls, but like it was never serious. It was just middle school shit. I think in middle school I had like two quote unquote relationships, and then in high school I had one relationship with this one girl, and that was over like 6 years ago. I haven't been in a relationship since. I'm a full-grown adult, and I've never been in a serious relationship. I'm 22. And that is like the most embarrassing shit ever. Especially since, A, like I said, both of my friends are in like long-term relationships. And B, family members always just assume I'm gay because I get no bitches. I don't know. I understand. I kind of understand. Coming from like my family's background, they're known for like players. My dad was a player. I might talk about this in another video because it's like a really long topic. But going back to high school, once everybody started getting in like serious relationships in like 11th 12th grade, I plateaued. It's so fucking hard. I said I was like relatively tall. Everybody grew past me, and it's funny because all of my family members are decently tall, and I'm just the short one. I don't understand it. My brother, he's 13, and he's taller than me now. And I don't hate him for it at all, but I'm just like, damn, like, I guess the trade-off kind of is he's tall and lanky, and I'm short and stocky. I used to be a pretty decent athlete, but I lost interest in sports. And then also with like the facial hair, I mean, it was like a cool commodity for me to have, being like what, 11 years old and having like a fairly decent mustache, and then like even up to like 15, barely anybody had facial hair, and by like junior senior year, everybody just started having facial hair. So the only thing that could put me over on other guys, it didn't fucking matter anymore. It didn't matter. So the most important thing I had in terms of attractiveness, everybody had it. So that, like, the only thing I could compete with, everybody else had. I can't compete with my height because I'll be honest, I'm like 5'6", which is pure manlet height. Like, and the funny thing is, my best friend, he's shorter than me, and he doesn't have like the easiest time, but like he can consistently get girls. Now, if you're like a hardcore black pillar, you might be like, that doesn't make sense. But the thing is, facially, he is much more attractive than me. Like, no homo. He has like really nice eyes, and like I have like fucking beady fucking, I don't know, bug eyes, but like my eyes are bloodshot. They're not very good. Like, I remember even as a kid, this one girl I was quote unquote dating commented that my friend had like fucking beautiful eyes, and then like I remember that so distinctly, because, and then I've always like, I know it's dumb, but I've always been subconscious about like my eye color, not like the color of my eyes, but like how white my pupils are, because they've been bloodshot forever. I believe it's genetic because my dad has it like that. And the thing about my dad, though, is, I mean, me and him facially looks very similar. It's just that, you know, he's a lot darker than me, but he's also like 6'1". So I legit don't understand, like, why did I get the short end of the stick of being fucking short? Like I said, my brother's lanky, but I'd rather be fucking tall and lanky with my face than just be like short and stocky like I am, because I mean, girls don't really care about that. Like facially, I'm not the best. I'm probably like a 4.5 maybe, but the height is the height is what kills me. That's what kills my fucking SMV the most. And also, like I said, I used to be fairly in shape. I used to run track. I used to have like a fucking like a 6-pack almost when I was like 14. Like I was like a fucking athletic freak when I was younger. I was like 5'4" and I could dunk a basketball like crazy ups and shit. And then I just lost all motivation, and now I think I'm like at 20, maybe like 20 some percent body fat, maybe like high teens. I think it's like 20, and it really shows. Like, I don't look fat per se, and when I go to work, I always wear like long sleeve shirts and shit, and I don't wear like tight clothes to show off my fucking big fat gut. But yeah, like I put on a decent amount of weight, and I just don't care anymore. I'll go to the gym maybe once every 4 months. I'll go for like in a row, really wanting to get back into shape, and then I miss a day, and then I just don't go, and then I repeat the cycle. Also, another fucked up thing. I think it was like when I was like 16, I noticed that I think on the left side of my hairline, I started to Norwood. And at that time, I thought like, I don't know if I was coping, and also my dad, I guess cause like how quote unquote cool my dad was. I guess he didn't, you know, he would hate to have like a loser son or whatever, so he would kind of cope with me, and he would be like, oh no, your hairline's always like that, your hairline was always like that, you're a half breed. I know, and your hair just grows weird, and I bought into it because like I legit thought, like, yeah, I guess my hairline always, because some people hairline is like that, where like their hair just naturally grows kind of in like Norwood, like 1 or 1.5, and that's just like their natural hairline they've always had. But the thing about me is, I seen a picture of myself when I was 14, like a pretty decent close up shot, and I'm like, I was like maybe I was like 14, 15, and I was like, wow, my hairline was actually pretty damn good. And I guess I was just coping hard because I looked again and I'm like, fuck, I'm Norwooding hella bad. And the fucked up thing is, it comes from my mom's side because if you know about like DNA, the recessive trait of baldness, I guess, is on the mother's side. So if you have male pattern baldness, it's usually from your mother's side. My dad, he has a good hairline still. It's not receding like at all, really. But my mom's dad, that motherfucker's like Norwood 4. Well, I guess before he died. But looking at myself, I'm like Norwood 1.5, and also like I'm starting to like get like a bald patch in the back of my hair, and it fucking sucks 'cause, like, all these things stacked up, it's just destroying my SMV. And I'm coping so hard to the point where I'm in denial almost about my height, and I always think to myself, oh, I'll hit a late growth spurt. I even talked to this about with my friend that's like an inch shorter than me. We're always like, oh, we might hit a late growth spurt. You know, we're coping, of course. But I mean, like, he actually gets pussy, so it's like, I mean, of course, even if you get bitches or whatever, your height still affects, you know, your self-esteem as a man. But I don't know. It's just all these factors, like, upon me. It's just killing my SMV, and I haven't even gotten to the like things like I'm like super socially awkward. I'm one of them niggas who's like, bring the hose. And then when the hoes are here, you just sitting in a corner on your phone. I am 100% that dude. I talk big shit, but I never perform because my social skills are shit, and I'm like a super introvert. It just feels like sometimes I'm like a genetic dead end. Like, I have like almost all the worst traits from both of my parents, and it's just annoying. And I'm not like jealous of my brother. I'm actually happy he's tall, because I wouldn't wish this fucking bullshit on anyone, especially like a family member, my brother. I want him to grow and prosper and be good with women. I'm sure he will, but I don't know. I'm just a genetic dead end. Like, I feel like I'm just like the sperm that somehow beat the odds and got fertilized when he really shouldn't have. It makes no sense. And I know DNA is weird, and you can have like hella tall parents, and then you can be short. Like, there's so many things. Like, there's a bunch of cases of that, and also like short parents producing a tall kid. That's also true, and I also think some of that is like cheating, but like that's another story. But these cases exist, so I don't know. It's just annoying being an outlier, because I should be tall. I should at least be like 5'10", and my brother, he will probably grow up to be like 6'2", 6'3". He might even be like 6'4", because he's really, really tall for his age. And it's just like, God, so annoying. But I guess, I don't know, that's just life, I guess. But it is just like the most disappointing thing in life to be like the genetic dead end and the outlier of the family. And if you can relate to this, I feel your pain. Like, facially, I might not necessarily be a sub 5. I think I'm, like, just dead normie. Like, perfectly normie. I am mixed, though, so I don't have, like, just be white on my side. But, I mean, I'm half white, but I don't even look half white, so. Or I don't look white, period, really. So. And I mean, also have a weak jaw. Like, I didn't even know I had a shit chin until I shaved my goatee. And when I shaved my facial hair, oh god, I am fucking ugly. I look like a goddamn dog. Like, no facial hair, I'm like a 3. With facial hair, I'm like a 5. So, I don't know if that means I'm like a true sub 5. Or because I can grow the facial hair, it makes me just like normie because that adds on to it. I guess I would just be a normie then. But it is what it is. I guess I can looks max, but I don't know. I guess looks maxing would tighten up my face a bit because I don't have a fat face. Like, all my fat goes to my stomach, which is kind of good and kind of bad, I guess, because I mean, like, I don't have like a fat face per se. Like, I mean, if I was to lose weight, I would definitely, my face would slim down, but like, it's not like I don't have like a double chin or anything like that. I just have like a pretty big gut. So, I guess gym maxing, but it's just hard to motivate myself. And to eat good too, because I'm just so fucking lazy. And McDonald's is just too fucking good, but I mean, I'll take the full blame on that myself. I really let myself go. I used to be like an insane athlete to the point where it, like, I was winning like gold medals and shit in track, like legit gold medals in like 100-meter dash, like tying like my state record, the middle school state record, pretty much. Like, it's just annoying. Like, sometimes I feel like I could have been something great, but also like my height holds me back so much to the point where like I don't think I could have gotten much faster than that, because like if I was like 5'10", I think I would be really good in sports, period. But since I'm like 5'5", like 5.5, 5'6", maybe like 5'6.5" on a good day, it just holds me back. So I just kind of gave up on sports. I do want to maybe get back into it, but it's hard to like motivate yourself after years of just, I don't know, just being a fat piece of shit. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now.